Hi there, welcome to another episode of TomAir. Today is a very exciting day. I'm so excited, I'm so happy. We have a special guest coming for a flight with us today, and I would like to introduce that guest. We have a royal visit. Ladies and gentlemen, my mother, Ma Comet, is in the house. And it's pretty special because my mom lives in BC, which is where I grew up originally. I was born and bred in BC. Mom still lives in BC. She doesn't live in Vancouver. She lives in the middle of nowhere in BC. She lives in the interior, the southeastern interior of BC, in the Kootenays near Nelson. So in order for her to get here, you have to drive for how long to get to Cranbrook?
2 hours.
2 hours to get to Cranbrook. She's got to hop on a WestJet flight. She's got to fly from Cranbrook to Calgary. She's got to transfer in Calgary. She's got to fly from Calgary to Hamilton, Ontario to come and see me. And she came to see me for my birthday, which was the other day, and it was so special, and it's so great that Mom's here today, and I'm so happy. So I thought we'd do something fun. Mom and I both like fish and chips, right?
Oh yeah.
She's a glutton for fish and chips.
That's my go-to meal.
Yeah, she loves fish and chips. So we're gonna fly to the best fish and chips I know in all of Ontario, probably this side of Canada, outside of Newfoundland. We're gonna fly to Killarney, which is on the north coast of Lake Huron, north shore of Lake Huron. We're going to Killarney. It's a place that I love to go. I was there a couple weeks ago for the lake fly-in. Going back there again, we're gonna have the best, well, you can tell me if you think they're the best.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
The best fish and chips ever. Because, because you're here, and you also love airplanes.
I do.
So,
I do. Yeah, my father flew during the Second World War.
So yeah, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about that more probably en route. So yeah, airplanes are in our family for sure, and I'm carrying the torch as best I can.
You're doing great.
So Mom and I have flown together before. We've flown a few times. We flew across Canada in 2020, right near the beginning of COVID. There was no travel allowed on commercial airlines. I was like, well, I want to go see my mom. I was allowed to travel in general aviation, so I flew out west. I visited Mom, and then the two of us flew back across Canada together, and we had an amazing time.
And you know what one of the best things about that was?
What?
I found out that my bladder capacity was beyond what I had ever imagined.
Amazing. The things we learn about our mothers in these times. Airplanes bring people together. You get to learn about bladder capacity of your mother and things you just wouldn't know otherwise. So we had a great trip flying across Canada. We camped under the wing. We camped in Steinbeck, which was incredible. Some folks came to visit us there. It was awesome. Yeah, we had a great trip. We'll show some photos of that trip so you can see what that trip was all about. Because unfortunately, I wasn't doing TomAir then. I wish I was. But we're doing TomAir today, and we're going to fly to Killarney. So let's get loaded up and let's go get some fish and chips because it's already past noon and I'm getting pretty hungry.
Me too.
Let's go. So you remember the plane? It's a little different than some. Yeah. The air stair door. When you're inside, you're going to have to pull up on this.
Oh, I remember.
Grab this, let that flop down, let this one flop down. Usually this one wants to sit up like that and then it'll not close properly, so you got to make sure everything's in.
That's not in. Just
yeah, you're right. See, that's what it wants to do. And you go like that. If you want to go out, boom. And then you lower it as far as you can, and then you grab this, and then lower it the rest of it. So that's that, and then hold the top half of the door shut. And then we latch it forward. I'll show you how to do that inside. We do have life jackets, PFDs, like the ones you showed that you saw in the video with Paul and you were asking about. I mean, we are flying over open water. We can wear those. We are a twin engine aircraft, so we're not legally obliged to wear those. So it's your call if you want to wear a PFD. That's certainly not.
Will it make me look better? I'm just laughing.
They're right here.
Okay.
They're right there. So if we start having engine trouble, we'll throw those on. There is an emergency exit handle. With this door up, it's a little bit hard to see.
Emergency exit?
That window there is an emergency exit. You can see there's like a little handle thing right there. You pull that plastic thing out and then there's a red lever. Don't actually do it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just feeling. There's just a big hole.
There's a hole. That was how you pull the plastic out. Behind that, there's a red lever that you slide forward, and then that window next to me opens up.
Well, you better just remain conscious and you do it.
Right.
There you go.
We'll do that. Alright, so I'm going to hop in and I scoot across and then you'll get in. Because there is Skymaster, there's only the one door. One of the little quirks of Skymaster life.
Oh, I want to get just a minute. I need to get my cell phone out of the bag.
Okay.
I don't need this, but I do want to keep this. I'm going to get my phone. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to enjoy
I'll take
this
pictures
stuff.
on I have my phone. And I can give it to you to take pictures if you want, and then I can get you all the photos.
Well, maybe I'll just enjoy the view. That's part of the gig, eh?
Yeah, that's part of the gig. So you want to scoot your seat forward, probably before you adjust the seat belt. So there's a handle here. There's like a bar across the front, kind of like old school. You got to think like old school
Car. That worked.
And now make sure it's latched. Yeah, it is. Perfect.
And it's important that I don't get my foot tangled up in that, I bet.
Yeah, that's just your comms. That's your headset. So now you can do the seat belt.
Oh God, where did it disappear to?
Oh, down in the abyss. No twist. There we go. And then there is a shoulder. And then again, like that. And looks like this is set up for a midget.
Did you take some of Rebecca's clan up in the air?
I've flown with her sister and niece and nephew.
Okay,
Are
in.
both of them in?
Not
And
yet. In. You stay in there. Yes.
Yep. Wow, look at that. She's good with me. She's mechanically inclined.
And then.
So many people can't get that door. Yeah, and then just pull it. Pull, pull, pull. And then boom, boom. And then lock. So if you want to get out, unlock. And there's kind of two stages to this lock. So you got to make sure it's up all the way.
Okay.
Out. Boom. Out. So if you needed to exit the plane. And then that one, you remember? The latch there.
No, I don't remember. That's how you open that bottom door?
That's how you would open that door.
No, I don't remember that.
Okay. So it's like a little, it's kind of recessed.
Yep.
Right? So now we'll get that going again. That. So if you needed to exit the aircraft in the event of an emergency, you got to remember, who knows, the engines may still be spinning, who knows what's going on. You don't want to run forward, you don't want to run backwards, because there's engines in both those places. Spinny sharp things. Run out the wings. Run out, follow the wing, and just head out that way if you have a choice.
Okay.
Right? We do have an emergency locator transmitter. It's right here. It's that red button. That's the thing that Paul and I pushed when we had the forest planning, and that's what started squawking and letting them know where we were. Right? So that's one of the things that helps them find us. This is your headset. Maybe you get it on the other side of your leg. So just lift your legs. Yeah.
Now, under glasses, over glasses.
Over glasses.
Over glasses.
It won't be on yet, so you won't hear anything yet. So the pre-flight's complete. I did that in the hangar. Crew brief is complete. We're a quick hour and 10-minute flight to Killarney. We're probably going to climb up to, we're not going to go super high because it's kind of overcast today. Maybe 4,500 feet. We'll see what it looks like when we get out of the airport environment. Loose articles are secure in the plane. Seats and belts are good. Mine is tight. Before we land, we'll want to make sure we cinch our seat belt up. It's got the, where's your overlap? Here. So just give it a little tight. Make sure, give it a little tug. Make sure it's tight. Flight controls. So these are going to be moving.
This is if I get to land?
Yeah, that too. I mean, you did read the search and rescue book.
I did read the search and rescue book, yep.
What was it? How to land an airplane?
How to land a plane if the pilot has a heart attack.
Well,
they made it sound simple.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Flight controls are good. Elevator rudder trim, moving it in the right position, moving it in the right position. Landing gear selector down is correct. Landing gear emergency handles right there. Brakes are applied. Avionics are off. Master alternators on. Nav lights on. Beacon on. Circuit breakers 9, 13, 13, and we have 9 on this side, and they're all good. And fuel Tank to engine and quantity were full fuel because we were just fueled up by the lovely Tegan at the Brantford Flight Center. We love Tegan and she watches the channel. Hi Tegan.
And she likes fish and chips too.
She says there's a better place in Paris.
Yeah, but I've forgotten the name already.
Yeah. Cowl flaps, opening them up. And you might want to close your door now because we're going to be starting in a second. Yeah, actually that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to,
don't
by
do
POH,
it with that.
you pull on that and then you close that and then push that. Exactly.
What?
So,
I don't remember that when we flew
that's for
last.
ice. I probably didn't own that then. That's
Nope.
if we happen to stray into ice, that little pad stays heated
Yeah.
and keeps us being able to see out the front of the airplane.
Well, that's handy.
It is handy to see out the front of the plane.
And are you going to file a flight plan?
Nope, we're VFR and Paul's following us along on the
Okay.
on the GPS.
That sounds good.
All right, so fuel flows, positive rate, and clear rear.
You didn't get ahead of the way.
Start time. And front engine. Fuel flows. Clear front. Avionics master on. So now your headset should work.
Brantford area traffic. This Brantford area traffic. This is Brantford Unicom. Brantford is now active on runway 23. That's runway 23. Winds are 180 at 5 to 7 knots.
So we're moving now.
Oh, I felt something move against my foot. I shouldn't mess
The
with
rudder,
those.
yeah, try not to step on the rudder pedals. Don't mess with the yoke.
Don't get twisted in the cord.
Run away from the flaming airplane.
Under the wing.
Stay away from the spinny things. ELT. Oh, a first aid kit behind my seat as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's a handy thing to have. Clear left and right.
Be like the queen.
Brantford traffic, Skymaster Golf, Romeo Bravo. Romeo's on the roll, 23, intersection departure, right turn up. And gauges are looking good. Airspeed's coming up.
Brantford traffic, Cherokee Golf unit from Oscar Delta lining up 23.
And up we go. Positive brake. Gears going up. Brantford traffic, Golf Romeo Bravo Romeo just departed 23 through 1,200 feet. Right turn up.
So back when your grandfather was flying over this part of Canada, or
Grandpa Harry, the
Yeah.
pilot in the family, the one who I look like.
oh my gosh, we got to get you.
We'll do a
Yeah.
side-by-side picture because I do.
No
I
kidding.
agree. I do look a lot like him, and the older I get, the more I look like him.
You do.
And he was a handsome devil.
Romeo Bravo Romeo, I'm losing on the radar now and I won't pick you up again. You can switch over to en route frequencies. Wired to altimeter 3027. Have a great day.
3027, Romeo Bravo Romeo, switching over to en route. Thanks for your help today. So Grandpa Harry was a handsome devil. You can tell because he had so many girlfriends in his life.
I was just going to say the devil part kind of works.
Yeah.
He went to war because I think he saw it as an opportunity to actually get out of Great Britain.
Uh-huh.
If that might have been a,
And he started his flying career in Great Britain.
I have not accessed his military records, so I'm very foggy on that.
Yeah, because he was in the Royal Air Force, and then he was in the RCAF.
Yeah.
He started in the RAF.
Well, anyway, that's why I've always wanted to actually go to England for 2 months and root out all the records of your grandfather, because he ended up basically being an orphan.
Right.
When he was very young. There's very few family members he had that we've ever been able to contact that have been able to give us data on my dad. When my sisters would ask him questions about the war or his childhood, he did not want to talk about it.
Right.
At all.
And was the war already on when he started flying, or did he start flying before the war?
No, he started flying because...
So they saw that the war was coming, and they started training folks like Grandpa Harry.
And men signed up for tons of reasons. Get away from home, find a European girlfriend, get away from their family,
get a better life. It was the Depression times, so the war was a big influx of money.
Army pay was
free education.
Military pay was better than no pay.
Sure.
Then he ended up being an instructor. His flight records list a lot of towns in Alberta and Saskatchewan, I think mostly.
Yeah, and I've got a brief list of all the planes he flew. See, I was working on that this morning. So yeah, he flew a bevy of airplanes, like unbelievable range of air. I think. I mean, maybe back then that's just how it worked. But so he flew started out on the Tiger Moth.
Yep.
The Texan, which we call the Harvard here in Canada, very famous aircraft. The Fairchild PT-19, the Cessna T-50 Bobcat, the Crane, and I believe there's one of those at the museum, the Warplane Heritage Museum in Hamilton. The Oxford he flew, the Finch, the Avro Anson. And then he started getting into heavy bombers, so he flew the Mitchell B-25 and the B-24 Liberator, consolidated B-24 Liberator. So he flew a lot of different hardware.
How much high tech was in this plane when it was brand new?
Just this, like all the steam gauges, everything that's round, this analog dials. And it would have had a basic radio. I mean, it had some of the old school navigation aids, like it had an ADF, basically an automatic direction finder, which is something Grandpa Harry would have had back in his day. Yeah, it had the old stuff. It had a VOR. I mean, it had a ILS. It could pick up an ILS, like a glide slope, like the big planes. But all the old stuff. Alright, we're going to start backing off the speed a little. So that's the town of Killarney there, you can see.
Well, I can't, but I'll take you. I'm short.
You'll probably see it out this side in a second.
Oh, I will, yeah.
Killarney area traffic, Skymaster Golf Romeo Bravo. Romeo is crossing over the field 1,600 feet to join mid-left downwind 06, full stop, Killarney.
What's beeping then?
It's telling me the landing gear's not down yet, which is true. And I'm going to put it down right now.
That's a nice safety feature.
Yeah.
That slowed us down a bit, didn't it?
It did. Killarney area traffic, Skymaster Golf Romeo Bravo. Romeo is turning left downwind, full stop, Killarney.
Durham at 5,500 on
So here's the town over on this side, Mum.
Oh yeah, okay.
So gears down, jumps, gas, undercarriage, mixture, drops, which is in security. Killarney area traffic, Skymaster Charlie Golf Romeo Bravo. Romeo is turning left base 06, full stop, Killarney. Killarney area traffic, Skymaster Golf Romeo Bravo. Romeo is turning final, full stop, Killarney.
Warning, obstacle. Warning,
Yeah, I see it, thank
obstacle.
What is the obstacle?
you. The ground.
Oh,
Well, it was probably that antenna over there. I field made. Clear to land 06. That's always a little squirrely in here, I remember. Yeah.
nice.
We were starting to sink a little fast. I gave it a little, and then that was right when we touched down, which is usually how it goes. Worry about grinding through our brakes. We'll just overshoot a little.
Can I open this window now?
You can crack this if you want.
Oh.
Just like that.
Oh,
Just kind of hold it open a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you there.
I'm getting heated.
Yeah. Killarney area traffic, Skymaster Golf Romeo Bravo. Romeo's backtracking 06. There's an airplane there with no wings on it.
There's quite a lot of wind here. Yeah. An airplane with no wings. Are they broken off? Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Looks like they're doing some maintenance here. Killarney area traffic, Skymaster Golf Romeo Bravo. Romeo's clear of the active.
So sometimes you land here, there's lots of planes sitting here?
No, this is about normal.
And are there places to tie your plane down here? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I see
but
that.
we don't need to tie because we're not here for long and it's not windy today. Yeah, I wonder what the story is with that plane. It kind of looks funny, eh?
Well, I'm sure somebody will tell us if we ask.
Yeah, I wonder. The Pelican. This is where I parked last time. I was here 2 weeks ago.
That's right. Oh, it looks... So, is that an ultralight?
That's an experimental plane. So yeah, very light, very small, home-built aircraft.
So why... Yeah, odd looking.
Yeah.
Looks like a...
Well,
bug.
particularly odd without the wings.
Right. Right. Huh.
And here we are. So how did you get here?
I arrived here in a Skymaster airplane.
That's right.
I keep trying to remember the phone numbers. Charlie, Romeo, Bravo, Charlie. But what's the first? The G?
Charlie Golf Romeo
Charlie
Bravo
Golf.
Romeo.
Charlie Golf. That's where I have to.
Let's get those fish and chips. We should be calling ahead and tell them to put them in the deep fryer. We're getting pretty hungry. But it's mostly the fish. Like the fish is quite delicate.
You can see it's not dried up.
Right?
The batter does not get in the way.
Right?
I'm eating with my fingers. My mother would not be impressed.
I remember eating fish and chips with your... No. We went to a place. They didn't have fish and chips. She thought she was going to get fish and chips with Daphne.
Yeah.
And she ended up ordering calamari. It was with me and Rebecca and her. Went to a pub. And she started eating it. And she was like, she had this look on her face. And then she looked at me and Rebecca and said, "Can I spit it out now?" And she just spit it out in her hand and threw it away.
There is nothing worse than bad calamari. I mean, you can't eat it.
That's true. Hopefully we'll see one of those whaleback tugs. I have a photo from 2 weekends ago when I was here. One cruising by. It's a Great Lake style tug.
Whaleback. No,
Called a whaleback tug. Completely covered. The whole deck is covered metal. It's a Great Lake style fishing boat. I'll show you a photo if we don't see one.
Yeah. It's crispy, not soggy. And there's a bit of a lemony taste in the batter, I think. Which is very nice.
All right, well, thanks for joining me, Mom, for a trip to Killarney.
Did I have a choice
once
I got in the plane?
You'd had no choice. Thanks for buying lunch.
Oh, that was a pleasure.
So how would you rate the fish and chips? Level of 1 to 10?
They really are very amazing fish and chips. Light, moist, and you get to eat them in a really interesting place.
Killarney's a beautiful little town. We'll go over and have a little look around.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, thanks so much for coming. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming in my airplane.
Thanks for coming to Ontario.
Spawning me.
Spawning you was...
It's a good fish.
Spawning you was...
Hanging in with the fish thing. All right, let's go home. Spawning.